My name is Christina.
I'm McKenna.
I'm Abby, and we're going to talk to you about the 1910s.
In the 1910s, Halley's Comet passed by Earth. Willa Cather also published O Pioneers in 1913. The 1910s were also called Ballroom Decade because people did a lot of ballroom dancing. Mark Twain dies in 1910. Orange juice is a very popular drink in the 1910s and right now. Sneakers were also popular.
In the 1910s, America's most famous dessert was Jell-O. Also, Titanic strikes an iceberg on April 14, 1912. The Boy Scouts of America were founded on February 8, 1910. An invention was the Panama Railroad steamship, also known as the SS Ancon. It made the first official transit of the Panama Canal on August 15, 1914. Also, a popular song was Let Me Call You Sweetheart by Bing Crosby.
The Travel Shirtwaist Fire Factory kills 146 workers on March 25, 1911. The U.S. Congress declares war on Germany, starting our entry into the World War I. Alcohol was banned in 1919, starting Prohibition. African Americans continued to write and perform ragtime blues and jazz. Paris suffers worst flooding since 1746. And women's fashion included long dresses and elaborate hats.
The song Let Me Call You Sweetheart, here are the lyrics, and the men's fashions were mostly suits and ties. And that concludes our presentation.
Hi, my name is Kaylee.
Hi, my name is Faith, and we're going to talk to you about the 1930s.
Scotch tape was invented by Richard Drew.
And Amelia Earhart disappeared in 1937.
Road reflectors were invented by Percy Shaw.
And Franklin Roosevelt was elected president in 1932.
The Star-Spangled Banner became our national anthem in 1931.
And Al Capone was locked up behind bars also in 1931.
Some popular dances was conga, caraco, carefree walk, lambit, big apple, and the rumba.
The Great Depression lasted through the early 30s.
Nylon was invented in the 30s, also known as pantyhose.
The Empire State Building was opened to the public in 1931.
Some food that was invented was baby food, soup in a can, Ritz crackers. Also, tortilla chips were very popular.
The hit game Monopoly was invented in 1935.
Hoover Dam was established in 1934, 2 years before it was supposed to be.
Twinkies and Fritos were invented and became popular.
The German airship Hindenburg was destroyed while attempting to land at Lakehurst Air Station on May 6, 1934.
Mickey Mouse's first comic strip came out January 13, 1930. Superman's comics also came out.
Women wore pumps, lace-up, and flat for shoes. Also, hemlines dropped and necklines were high.
Gone with the Wind, Frankenstein, Tarzan, and Little House on the Prairie were some movies that came out. Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, and Babe Ruth were put in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Also, a popular song of the 1930s was Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Judy Garland.
It came out in 1939, so it must have become popular quick.
The end.
Hello, my name is Matt. Hello, my name is Justin.
Hi, my name's Carrington.
And we're going to talk to you about the 1940s. Captain America was invented, Velcro was invented, World War II started, and Betty Boop was a ship. The Jeep was invented, meatless meals were very popular, TV was available for purchase, Anne Frank and her family go into hiding, and sweaters were very popular in the 1940s.
The atomic bomb was made. The Slinky was invented. Hamlet was made into a film. Mount Rushmore was finished in 1941. Walt Disney won an award. Sugarless cookies were a popular treat. Franklin Roosevelt and Harry Truman were the presidents. George Orwell publishes 1984 and 1949.
In the 1940s, Silly Putty was invented. Bazooka bubblegum was popular. The Frisbee was invented. Jackie Robinson was the first black in Major League Baseball. The first McDonald's opened. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was written by Johnny Marks. TV was in black and white. And Dick Button lands the first double axel in the Olympics.
As you can see, that's one of the meatless meals that they had. It's called the Golden Rabbit, and what you do is you have toast and you put tomato soup and cheddar cheese soup on it. And these are the lyrics to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and that's what the cover of the original Bazooka bubblegum looked like.
These are Major Sergeant James R. Cordelew's discharge papers from the United States Army Air Force from World War II. These are pictures of him, his squad, and them dropping bombs over France. And here's them flying in formation. And here's a picture of his headstone.
That concludes our 1940s project.
1950s is
Styling. Hello, my name is Luke, and I'm going to talk to you about the 1950s. The pacemaker was invented in the 1950s. Hairspray was invented in 1948, but became popular in 1950s. That was one of my favorite movies. George D. Minstrel was the fashion in the 1950s. Elvis Presley became popular in the 1950s. In 1958, Arthur Spud created the hula hoop. Also in the 1950s, nylon tape was invented. Smokey became a household name also. Dwight Eisenhower was the general of World War II, and the first McDonald's opened in 1955. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dylan, and I'll talk to you about the 1950s. Alaska and Hawaii became the 49th and 50th state. The Korea War lasted from 1950 to 1953. Eugene Pollock created the wireless TV remote in 1955. Now it can be lazy. The best show in the 1950s was I Love Lucy. The president was Harry Truman. Fondue was created in 1950. Marilyn Monroe died of drugs. Frank Mamera created the credit card in 1950. Some casseroles were made in 1958.
And our song lyrics is All Shook Up by Elvis Presley. Ta-da!
Hello, my name is Madison. And my name is Madeline. And we'll be telling you about the rockin' 1980s. The Berlin Wall was built on August 13, 1961 and torn down on November 9, 1989 after Ronald Reagan's famous speech.
In the 1980s, Kiss was popular and so was Madonna and Vanilla Ice.
Some famous TV shows were The Cosby Show, American Bandstand, and Looney Tunes.
Computers and cell phones were also new.
More famous people were Twisted Sister, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Tom Cruise, and Van Halen.
Some of the foods they ate were SpaghettiOs, Fruit Roll-Ups, Capri Suns, Pasta Hut, bubblegum, and Jawbreakers.
Some things that girls wore were clogs, stirrup pants, friendship bracelets, blue mascara, and leg warmers.
In 1984, the first Apple Macintosh computers was invented.
One famous song in the 1980s was Every Breath You Take.
In 1980, Jimmy Carter was president and Ronald Reagan was elected. He served a double term, 8 years, and then in 1989, George H.W. Bush was elected.
Some things men wore were 2 socks at the same time, t-shirts 4 times too big, and their hair straight up with a little bit flipped back over the top. And that's the end of our presentation on the Rockin' 1980s.